What's going on, everybody, and welcome to J Sports Seattle. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Seahawks. I'm going to be previewing this Rams game that's coming in literally like 6 days as of the making of this video. I'm just going to be talking about the depth chart for them as well as injuries. I'm also going to be talking about Chris Jones. We'll get to that. But if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. All right, so we play the Rams in literally 6 days from now. The first game of the 2023 season for the Seattle Seahawks is right around the corner, guys, and I cannot wait. I'm sure you guys cannot wait either. This is going to be a hype season for us. I've been hyped up ever since the draft. I've honestly been hyped up ever since the end of last season. This season's going to be insane for us, I feel like. But we started off against the Rams, and we know that they're not really looking too hot this year. Cooper Kupp is a big question mark. They have no depth outside of their three main starters, which is Matthew Stafford, Aaron Donald, and of course Cooper Kupp. They're not going to really do hot this year. I feel like they're going to be like a 6 or 7 win team, finish third in the division. They're not going to finish last because, come on now, Cardinals, they're tanking. They're going to be the number 1 pick this year. Or next year. But we are favored to win this. Matchup prediction. The matchup predictor has us heavily favored, but the money line only has us by 5 points, which that's fine because we are favored. Over under 46.5. If that helps for any of you sports bettors out there. But yeah, Cooper Kupp questionable. We do know that Devin Witherspoon is unlikely to play, but we'll see what happens. Kenny Mack unlikely to play, and Jamal Adams is out. So we are missing some people that are very important to this team right off the bat. But I think we still should be able to pull it off because Rams wide receiver Cooper Kupp unlikely to play versus Seahawks. It's because he has a hamstring injury, just like the with Devin Witherspoon. This literally only came out an hour ago as of the making of this video. The Los Angeles Rams enter game week uncertain if star receiver Cooper Kupp can take the field against the Seattle Seahawks after a recent setback in his recovery from a hamstring injury. So yes, just like Devin Witherspoon, Kupp has a hamstring injury, which you got to be very careful with those. That's the reason why the Seahawks are being very careful with Witherspoon, because they know how bad and how fickle hamstring injuries are. And the same with Kupp. He literally got hurt like a while ago, and he's still not ready, which, that's okay because, like I said, hamstrings are nothing to mess with. And and if Cooper Kupp does not play, that's a huge W for us because we don't have to face him. But obviously, I don't want injuries for other players, even if it's for our division rivals. But you have to take advantage. I want to be able to take advantage of that, and we should be able to take advantage of that. But yeah, it is unlikely to play according to Rappaport. I think he should sit out, just like I think Devin Witherspoon should sit out, because you do not want to re-aggravate that. Because if you re-aggravate a hamstring injury, you could be talking missing a whole season, and that's the reason why you got to be very, very careful with this. I mean, Jackson Smith and Jigba literally missed most of the season last year of his final college year before he got drafted because of a hamstring injury, and he still was getting eased into OTAs and rookie minicamp because of that hamstring injury, and it's been well over months since it happened. That's why you got to be very careful with it. But he is unlikely to play once more, and if he does not play, we literally only have to worry about Matthew Stafford and Aaron Donald, both of which are washed. So I see us winning this game comfortably because, come on, you look at this depth chart. This is the Rams depth chart. You don't really see anybody that's notable or game changing for their team. Cam Akers was not hot last year, or didn't do too well last year, and then after Cam Akers, they literally have, who the hell is Kyron Williams or Zach Evans or Ronnie Rivers? They have no running backs. We do. And Van Jefferson's not bad, actually, but he's not a game-changing player. Same with Atwell, Higbee, no. O-line is sus because they got a lot of rookies, and people are questionable. Yeah, on their defense, nobody that I really know besides Aaron Donald. I do know Kobe Durant from last year, and I think Jordan Fuller I do know as well. But yeah, besides that, they don't really have depth outside of their main starters, such as Aaron Donald, such as Matthew Stafford. They don't really have anything, such as Cup. Because Cup is a slot receiver, so if he's not playing, you just lost your slot receiver, and that's not going to be looking too hot. But going back, let's see. Let me see if remains sidelines. Devin Witherspoon remains sideline. What about Kenny Mack? I'm just going over our injuries. McIntosh is uncertain to be available. Okay, so we don't know if McIntosh is going to play because he had a pretty nasty knee sprain because Levi Bell kind of hit him with a dirty tackle in that mock game. That was like a month ago, and he said he's supposed to be out for a few weeks. So I feel like if he's not going to be ready for week 1, I feel like McIntosh will be ready for week 2. So, but if you do not have to face Cup, we don't have to face him until later in the season. Obviously, I don't remember what week that is, but moving on, we got to talk about this because this has been headlines in Twitter. Chris Jones has had interest in playing in Seattle, according to many rumors. This is according to Tariq Island, Shadow at Tariq Island. He's a writer. They're a writer / a reporter, NFL Insider. If Chris Jones, I'm telling you this now. If Chris Jones joins the Seattle Seahawks via trade, we are instantly Super Bowl contenders. Because defensive tackle is like the one thing that we really, really needed, and he would be an amazing DT for our team. He can pressure the QB. He's very, very good at stopping the run. He's just very good. He's a very good overall player. He literally had 15.5 sacks last year as a defensive tackle. Are you serious? No wonder why he wants Aaron Donald money. That's crazy. As a defensive tackle, it's one thing if you're an edge, but as a DT and you're getting 15.5, 16 sacks, that is absolutely nuts. So, if we were to trade for him, I'd probably be giving up a first. I did see that. Here, I'm gonna go back. I did see a couple days ago the same person said that source, the Chiefs are currently processing a blockbuster trade to send all-pro defensive tackle Chris Jones to the Seahawks in return for a 2024 first-round pick in strong safety Jamal Adams. That's a massive W because Jamal Adams has not. I love Jamal Adams, but he's constantly been hurt for us. If he goes to the Chiefs and stays healthy for them, that's great, but we would get Chris Jones in return. And Chris Jones, I don't think he really has an injury history, knock on wood. But we would have to pay him a lot of money. We would literally have to pay him, sorry for the voice crack, we would literally have to pay him what we paid Jamal Adams. Because we made him the highest paid safety in NFL history at the time. I don't know if that's changed since then, but basically if we get Chris Jones, it kind of evens out because we have to pay him either way. If this happens, like I said, we're instantly Super Bowl contenders because that defense, that D-line is going to be unstoppable because we're going to be doing a lot of looks. We're going to be doing a lot of 3-4. We'll be doing a lot of 4-3. We'll be mixing and matching. I don't know if Chris Jones isn't a nose tackle, so he'd probably be getting some defensive end looks maybe in a 3-4, but in a 4-3 he'd be the DT. But if we had him, oh my goodness, we would be Super Bowl contenders, absolutely. That would put us over the top of the Niners for sure because Chris Jones is an all pro and he is one of the best defensive tackles in the league. I think last year I honestly think he is better he was better than Aaron Donald last year, obviously because Aaron Donald was injured and he wasn't really doing too hot last year. So if we get, and he's 29, so he's in the middle of his prime, but we are taking a little bit of a risk because he is older. If he was like 27, oh man, that'd be perfect. But he is 29 and getting up there, so I don't know if a first rounder would do. I mean, he's still worth a first rounder because he literally just had 15.5 sacks and finished with an all-pro. I don't know if it was a first or second team, but he did finish with an all-pro last year. So yeah, this is absolutely nuts. If we get, like I said, yeah, this would be absolutely insane. And apparently he has interest in playing in Seattle, which means he wants to play here. And if he wants to play here, that's perfect, because that means he'll give us his all, even if we do pay him the bag. Because normally when you pay a player the bag, sometimes they just think, oh, I got the bag now. And he got his chip too, so he's got chips. So he's kind of thinking, you're probably thinking, oh well, he's got multiple chips, he probably doesn't want to win anymore. Nah, maybe this guy is still hungry. He wants to go down as one of the best defensive tackles of all time. And if he comes here and does that and does his thing and helps us win another ring, I'm all for that. So if Chris Jones does join the Seahawks, it will put us over the top of the Niners. Because right now I still do have us behind the Niners in terms of roster. The only thing is QB. The only thing that might have us on par with the Niners roster is QB, because QB is a huge part of it. But yeah, getting Chris Jones would put us over the top, and there's no question about it, because Bosa's still going through that holdout, and he might not even play on Sunday. And if he does not play, that's very bad for the Niners. So yeah, I'm hoping we can get Chris Jones, whether if it's a midseason trade or it's right before the week 1 game on Sunday. If it happens, I'd be so happy. I just hope we don't give up too much and make the mistake that we did with Jamal Adams. Obviously, we're going to have to pay him money. It depends on how much he wants to get paid. Obviously, he probably wants to get paid $30+ million a year. Salary cap might not allow for that. Actually, yeah, because if we trade Jamal Adams, we offload his salary. So yeah, I guess that could work out in the end. But yeah, Chris Jones, man. Oh, man, I'm just picturing Chris Jones in the green and blue, man, and he would be nasty for us. He'd be really nasty for us. So, but I think that's all I have for this video. I will be making a post-game reaction video on Sunday after the game. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I will probably be making another Mariners video in the next, probably on the weekend, maybe Saturday or maybe Sunday too, depending. Not really happy with that Mets game yesterday, but we do play the Reds today. But I will make a video just checking in on the Mariners over the weekend. Comment below on if you think we're going to get Chris Jones and how you think we're going to do against the Rams. Thank you for stopping by. And if you liked the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. Have a good day, and go Hawks, go Mariners, and go Kraken.